Chairman of the Health Committee of Parliament challenges the minority to seek legal redress regarding the certainty of deaths owed the contractor of the Afari Military Hospital. Plus, Ministry of the Interior lifts a ban on the use of motorbikes in Bunduri Township after nearly 2 years. We've got details. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us here on 3FM. Now, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has watered down the impact of the permanent residence status of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta on ongoing cases here in the country. Former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta secured a legal victory in the United States after an immigration court approved his application for lawful permanent residency in a development that could complicate efforts by Ghana to secure his return to face multiple criminal charges. Ken Ofori-Atta faces multiple criminal allegations in Ghana linked to financial irregularities, including claims that a contract awarded to Strategic Mobilization Limited resulted in a loss of over 1.4 billion Ghana cedis, approximately $91 million to the state. Director of Research and Communication at the OSP, Sami Darko, says the office has already started his trial in absentia.
Latest ruling means party will remain unavailable for selection until these and other further legal administration have broken through.
Well, we'll apologize for that. We'll bring you that sound in our subsequent bulletins. Now, Mfantsipim School is mourning the death of a 17-year-old final year student whose body was discovered in an uncompleted building in Cape Coast. The deceased, identified as Emmanuel Arthur, suspected to have died by suicide. He was found in an uncompleted building in Ola North following a report by a carpenter working at the site. The Central Regional Police Command confirmed the incident in a statement, indicating that officers were dispatched to the scene on June 11, 2026, following information about a body found in the abandoned building. Police sources say the body had been at the location for some time and was in an advanced state of decomposition when it was discovered. Following an examination by pathologists at the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, the remains were released to the family for burial. Away from that, Chairman of the Health Committee of Parliament has challenged the minority to seek redress if regarding the certainty of deaths owed the contractor of the Afari Military Hospital. Minority in Parliament rejected claims by the Deputy Minister for Defence, Ernest Brogia Jemfi, regarding the Afari Military Hospital project, accusing the government of attempting to burden the public purse with what it describes as an unjustified $85 million payment demand for the completion of the facility. Addressing the media on Tuesday, June 16, 2026, the Member of Parliament for Nchiwa Kwawuma, Kofi Amankwa Menu, said the financial claims linked to the project were unjustifiable.
And that is our wish. It is our prayer. There are also times when you may lose yourself in the interest of the group. That is very important. And as I say, at the end, it's about the group success. It's about the success of Ghana. When Ghana shines, we don't really want to know individually who brought us there. But we know those who brought us there. We are counting on you. We know you will stand you will rise to the occasion. You will not let us down. You will succeed. We know that. And we know that all 30+ million people in Ghana and beyond believe same. May God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Now, away from the World Cup, former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has
But speaking on Hot Edition on 3FM, Dr. Mark Ketlawani says the minority can seek legal redress if they are unsettled about the amounts involved.
Accra gets busy on this frequency. 92.7 3FM.
That one city scan, which they destroyed at the port, it costs between 1 million and 5 million. And saying that it's 500,000 that we need to complete the hospital, that is unfortunate. It's woefully just unfortunate.
Right.
What I want to say is this. They couldn't do it in 8 years. They better keep quiet. And we will enter into negotiations with them. Let us build confidence with the contractors. And let them listen to us that NDC will be ready to look for money to complete the project for the good people of Ashanti region and for the good people of the Ghana Armed Forces. We will make sure that we get the hospital running. They couldn't do it for 8 years.
And we will be vigilant.
8 good years. They couldn't do it.
Quiet, my brother. We won't keep quiet.
They did not go to court either. If they had any case, they should have gone to court.
Now, individuals and commercial operators can now begin using their motorbikes in Binduri Township and its surrounding communities in the Upper East region following the revocation on the use of motorbikes. The restriction, which took effect on April 28, 2026, was introduced following an attack on a Ghana Armed Forces convoy in the area that resulted in the deaths of 3 civilians. The Ministry of Interior, announcing the decision in a statement issued on Tuesday, June 16, indicated the residents and commercial operators could resume the use of motorbikes with immediate effect. The Ministry of the Interior wishes to inform residents of Binduri Township and its environs in the Upper East region that the restriction on the use of motorbikes imposed on April 28, 2026 has been lifted with immediate effects. The Health Minister, Kwabena Mintah Kando, has justified the decision to suspend the Chief Executive of the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, indicating that the action was to deter other officials from violating the presidential directive on the handling of emergency cases. Addressing Parliament on Tuesday, June 16, Mr. Kando said the decision was taken after it emerged that the emergency unit had been closed without the approval of the Health Ministry, contrary to government policy on emergency healthcare delivery. According to the minister, the closure directly contradicted a directive issued by the president, which prohibits health facilities from turning away emergency cases.
The hit-and-run incident involving the late Charles Emisa, the subsequent report which exposed the shortfalls in Ghana's emergency care, demanded action. Now, the president, John Mahama, indicated and directed that under no circumstance should a patient be turned away under any emergency situation. There was later that thorny issue involving the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital and the temporary suspension of the CEO. Alexander Fielmarkin, the minority leader, raised this concern on the floor that the minister should have involved Parliament before suspending the CEO.
We hear interviews in the media without recourse to the House. We see letters by the minister taking action against some chief executives. Mr. Speaker, given the fact that the minister himself held his predecessor to high-level accountability, once our colleague has risen to that high office, and especially when he is a member of this House, our expectation is he utilizes the platform of Parliament for us to understand what is happening in his sector.
Health Minister Kwabena Mintah Kando responded and indicated that the CEO erred and the suspension was to serve as a deterrent to other officials.
And when the president speaks, it's a policy that the minister must implement. Nobody has the right to close any portion of a health facility without the consent of the health minister.
Just before we go, Thomas Partey will miss Ghana's World Cup opener against Panama after wrongly telling officials in Canada he had never been arrested or charged with a crime. Partey, who is 33, was denied entry to Canada before Wednesday's march in Toronto because of ongoing criminal proceedings in the UK. The Ghanaian government sought permission for him to enter the country briefly to take part in the game, but that appeal was rejected at a federal court in Ottawa. The appeal ruling said that there was no serious issue in the underlying refusal of the visa, and the applicant failed to disclose that he is the subject of multiple criminal charges for sexual violence in the UK. Former Arsenal player Partey pleaded not guilty to 7 charges of rape and 1 count of sexual assault relating to allegations by 4 different women between 2020 and 2022 and is due to stand trial next year. Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada told the BBC Canada has been consistent that hosting major events does not change Canada's immigration laws. Well, that'll be it for the morning news here on 3FM 92.7. For more stories and updates, please check out our website, 3news.com. I am Christabel Success Trevor. Business is up next.